I think to say I've lived a very, very colorful life would be an understatement. Now I've come full circle, and I don't know what to do. I certainly don't want to just do nothing for the rest of my life. I definitely don't want to be on Social Security for the rest of my life. But I won't be marching into an office and working 9 to 5 anytime in the near future, you know. We're talking compromise here, folks. The woman in the emergency domestic violence shelter, my caseworker, was encouraging me, you know. She wanted me to go on some kind of psych medication, but I told her that I would never do that, but whatever. And she was admiring me a little bit. She told me, she's like, I believe if you went on such and such medication to calm your thoughts or whatever, you'd be unstoppable. She complimented me, you'd be unstoppable, because she could see how smart I was. But anyway, but she said, you know, try to get on Social Security, and then you can work part-time. You can work in a shelter, like a dog, you know, an animal shelter or something like that, something simple, because I haven't worked in 5 years. My life fell apart. I was living with an abuser. Psychological abuse is still abuse, you guys. It's daily chipping away at your self-esteem. It's another person gleefully, daily chipping away at your self-esteem. Just slowly. Almost like if you had this little wood thing you were making and you were just whittling, you know, chip, 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 until you've chipped away everything of that person, and you're just left with a blob of nothing, I guess. I don't know. Blob of nothing. Blob of nothing. How the fuck am I supposed to go on a date? You think I couldn't get a date? I've already been asked via dating websites, free ones. It's easy to be clever out on, you know, it's easy for me to be clever in my head and clever in my responses and clever in whatever. If I'm even interested in the guy, which isn't true, 99% of the time, I'm not. But, you know what I mean? But real life, I don't even see how it's possible I can do it. I don't even think it would be enjoyable. I would just feel so much pressure. So I'm the type of person who I want to just feel, you know, reveal things and feel close to somebody and whatnot. And I felt really close to that autistic black woman in the shelter, and look how well that turned out. And we're not friends anymore. Because I was tired of being afraid or feeling like she wouldn't care if we were friends or not. That doesn't mean that I'm right about what I felt. It means it just becomes not worth it. And if you won't throw me a bone, you won't even contact me, you know, when I'm, you know, I don't care if you're going through a rough time, you know, you can at least take 2 seconds out of your life and send me an email or pick up the phone and take 2 seconds, not to talk forever, but just to, you know, unless you're like in the hospital for these last 2 weeks, and I don't believe that you were. I really am sorry, but I don't. Is it possible that she was? Sure. If she has some problems, she might have been in the hospital, but I don't think so. I think she just is the type that, like I told her, I said, you know, I told her in an email, I felt like I was simply your friend at your convenience, you know. I can travel far, far to meet you when you decide to contact me. You know, I know you're going through hell, but everything's not so rosy with me here with my mom and I don't like to feel like I'm just begging for your friendship. That's how I was feeling. Oh, sure, I can lend her $100 or take us out to, nice lunches that cost me $40 or buy her a carton of cigarettes. Not because she asked me to. She asked me to buy a pack, and I offered because I felt bad because she doesn't have a penny, But you can't do as you promised and call and email me a phone number I can reach you at, so I'm not just left in limbo like last time. It was for over 3 weeks when I never heard a peep from you. What if I had tried to call the shelter? I was going to, and they would have said she's not here, or I wouldn't have known how to reach you. It's just frustrating. It's frustrating, And this is a blossoming friendship. This isn't someone I've been friends with for years, where you can, someone you've been friends with a long time. You might not hear from them for a month, and you're not going to end the friendship. You're going to, but a new friendship, someone I've only known, a few months. I mean, I don't know. I wanted a friend who I knew I could totally trust and eventually tell, share my cyberspace world with. I don't know. And even that, I have to be careful because she asked me, do you have a Facebook? And I'm like, well, I do, but I have it all on private. She's like, well, send me it and friend me. But, I can't. All my YouTube videos, my videos are allowed on Facebook. See, I have this secret world, and then I don't know how to combine the two, 'cause I'll never give up the cyberspace. It's just hard. It's so fucking hard. It's like, something has to give. I'm just not normal. Never been normal. I'm around my mom so much now, and I look at her and I'm like, oh God, if I'm not careful, I'm just gonna wind up like that, all alone in my 60s, and it's not that she's all alone. I mean, she has friends, but you know what I mean. I don't know. At least I'm keeping my weight down. That's something, huh? Believe me, that's a struggle, because I love to eat. I'm keeping my weight down. It's only within, I'm only a few pounds heavier than I was when I got here on November 11th, 2012. So, almost 3 months, and I'm keeping, 2.5 months, but I'm keeping my weight down at least. I'm frustrated, I'm angry. I didn't want to end my friendship with that woman, but I even told her I care about you. You're not my enemy. I feel like I'm your friend just at your convenience, and what's worse is I feel like if I get upset with you or something, you're just not going to care. Because if you really would care, then why can't you just humor me and put in the subject line, I'm not mad at you, whatever? No, she didn't do it. That meant, to me anyway, she's either mad at me or saying, fuck her, I'm not going to do what she tells me to do. Yeah, but yet I can grovel to you, and I can tell you how much I care about you, and please contact me, but you can't put in the subject line, I'm sorry, I didn't respond to you, or, you know what I mean? I just feel like people are just so, they don't want to apologize. I apologize very easily if I know I'm wrong. I just would rather be all alone. Alone is just, and it's hard when she doesn't have a penny to her name. Even if she's not still in the shelter, she doesn't have a penny to her name, and I'm rich compared to someone not having a penny to their name, you know, and I don't hold it. I'm not like that. I try to tell her how much I care about her. I show her a good time, and yet whatever, but I don't approve of cigarettes, and I did stage. That might have offended her when I said, you know, I'm not going to do that again, you know. I don't want to help you smoke more, and if you have no money and you're bumming cigarettes off of people, then you won't smoke as much as if you have 10 packs in front of you. And that might have offended her, but if I have to have a friendship where I feel like I can't say anything to her, like, you know, you really should do such and such. You told me that you were going to do a month ago to get some income or whatever. It was unsolicited advice, but I mean, it was something that might have upset her and made her angry with me, and then I'm insecure, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe I upset her and she's angry with me, but she should have just, you know, she should have contacted me that night, and she didn't, like she promised to, because she'd done this to me before, and I said, please don't do it to me again. I had no idea what was going on with you. I couldn't reach you. You didn't contact me by an email or by phone, and I had no number to reach you at. I don't want to be someone's friend at their convenience, you know. I'd rather not have the friendship. Doesn't mean I hate this woman. I still care about her, and that's why I'm in pain, whereas she is probably not even caring at all. Is that how I feel? Yeah, because I'm sorry, but if my friend said to me, I'm afraid to open your emails, I'm afraid you're mad at me. I know it's insecurity, but it's been that way, you know. If my friend said to me, just like my aunt has cancer and can't help it, I can't help this insecurity, you know, throw me a bone, put in the subject, you're not mad at me, and then you don't do it. And then when I'm like, well, then I guess I said, if you don't do that, then I'm going to assume you're mad at me and we're not friends anymore, because I'm not going to open your emails. I know it's immature, I can't help it. And she couldn't even do that. If I really mattered to her, wouldn't she have just put something in the subject line? I feel like she would have. I think I have to accept the fact that I don't really matter to her as much as I would like to, and, you know. And believe me, if we were still in the shelter, even if I lived, you know, 10 minutes down the road, it'd be one thing. Even if it was just a friend who I'd have to, alright, I'm never going to hear from her. I have to contact her, and maybe she'll call me, you know. But when I'm busting my ass traveling far to see her, and when I'm taking us out and showing us a good time and yet whatever, and then you still can't even do as promised and give me a number I can reach you at, you know, and then I still was in limbo for over 2 weeks. Just becomes not worth it. Just becomes not worth it. Sure, I'm in pain now, but I was in pain when I kept emailing her day after day. And finally, the reason I don't believe that she was in the hospital or whatever is because finally I sent a picture where I'm frowning, and I'm like, I wrote, like, every day that goes by and I don't hear from you, I wonder what's going on. It's been over 2 weeks. And then I immediately got an email. Finally. Do you really think that she never got any of the other emails, and that it's just a coincidence? I mean, it could be, but I don't think it's a coincidence. Yeah, she was in the hospital for 2 weeks and just got out right now and just got all my emails. Sure, it could be the case, but if that's the case, why don't you just humor me and put something in the subject headline so I know that I'm not going to open it up an email and be even in more pain because you were offended by my comment about cigarettes or whatever, or I don't know, you know. She's going through a rough time. She could take anything I say the wrong way. Or the first thing my mother says to me is, well, maybe she's jealous of you. Like, I don't know, Mom. It's very, very hard when one person has a lot of money and one person literally doesn't have a penny. Because that's what she gave an excuse last time. She's like, I'm thinking to myself, you can bum cigarettes, which are very, very expensive, as I found out when I bought her 10 packs. dollar store. The 10 packs cost me $85. They would have cost even more. They didn't have cartons. I bought them individually. Carton would have cost even more somewhere else. I mean, you can bum cigarettes off this person, but you can't borrow a couple bucks to take the train to meet me where I was going to meet you. And then I'm like, I can meet you right around where you live and it won't cost anything. And she's like, it's a bad neighborhood. I don't want you to come there. I'm like, well, we can meet up the street or something, I mean, I feel like I'm making all the effort. She could borrow a couple bucks from this person. If she's staying with a family member for free and bumming cigarettes all the time because she really doesn't have a penny to her name except for food stamps. So she does contribute food, then, oh, come on, the person can give you a couple of bucks to take the train, I mean. And she goes, I don't want to ask for it. I don't know, it's just too hard. I feel pressured. I wanted to be friends with this woman, but I don't want to put in all the fucking effort. It's just not worth it. I'm going through my own shit, I can't. With my mom and everything, and